Alright guys, well this is a 1980 Bass Tracker 3. I got it for $600. Unfortunately the steering cable was bad, so I just bought one of those. I did start the engine actually started right up, so it came with no gas tank, but I already have a 1979 same boat, but it's a 1979. It's set up a little different. I already redid all the stuff in the other boat, like all the decking and everything, so this one's going to be a little different. Obviously we got, you know, some metal or wood. I'll probably have to fabricate something, but I'd probably go back with all wood. But all this originally was rotted. Up there is completely ripped out, like bought it like that. That's the live well, it's back hatch area, which should be good. But today I am going to build a frame that goes over the whole entire boat so we can get this thing covered up, and so that no water and rain deteriorate it any more than it already is. And we're then going to go through and rebuild the seats and repaint and take all that and redo it on the console, and it should be fun to see what we can do with this boat. So stay tuned, and we shall do some more boat building and probably work on, you know, the trailer, and trailer's pretty bad, so probably work on that. It needs new tires. Already replaced the lights on it, but there is still an issue with that light over there. So decided on the other boat I did the same thing here. So we're just going to do a PVC frame with a tarp. So not really sure, I can't remember how many I needed, but I do know that you want to do 3/4 PVC pipe, and because 1/2 inch, if you're in an area that you get snow, will literally break. I've had it break this PVC before. So what we do is I went and got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these 3/4 inch, or I don't know, they're 10 foot maybe. I don't know how tall they are. Yeah, pretty tall. They look to be 10 foot. So, but it's 3/4 inch, scheduled 40 PVC. Then you're gonna need 10. Let's see here. You're gonna need 10 45s. You're also gonna need, let's see what else I got in here. You need these little T brackets. So you're gonna need, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe 9 of those. And then you're gonna need a 4-way, and you're gonna need 4, 1, yeah, I believe 4 of these. We'll find out. So this is kind of my chicken scratch drawing here, and when I say chicken scratch, it is chicken scratch. So let's see, so this will be a 4-way, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you got 90s here, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So we'll need 10 90s, and then 2, 4, 6, 8. You might need 10 of these, but might only need 8. So we'll kind of figure it out as we go, and then I'll give a full list as we go through this. I am going to use something different. Last time I built it with a hacksaw, which tore up the PVC. My buddy has one of these, so we're going to try and cut all the lengths with this. So as we go, guess I'll learn how to use that. Should be simple, he said. So, but the first piece, it's an angled off the back, so you're going to have one there and one on the front. So that one's going to be 30 4 inches, and then we're gonna do possibly 28, but I'll get that measurement. That was just a rough guess. I'm not sure what all these are, but we'll kind of build it as we go. All right, so next I measured these out at 4.5, and these are going to be these little side brackets here. So I'll kind of show you that here in a second, but those are 4.5. So, and we need 8 of those. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Might need 9. Oh, probably 9. I guess I need one more. Yeah. Let me do one more of those. All right, so I got 10 of those cut. Put that 90 on there. I guess I'm gonna need 11. Yeah, I'll need 11. So 11 4.5s. I'm just messing this all up. But shouldn't take long. All right, so this little thing is awesome. Open it, you just push it. So watch this. I don't ever work with PVC, so opens that up. But I'm going to show you the end of this so you can see how jagged and ripped using a jigsaw is. So didn't really like that, but check how easy this is. Oh, sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, so it's a little difficult. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward now, but as you can see, that's going to pop those really fast, so 11 of those. So if you press really hard right out the gate and you don't just barely get it to bite in the first go, you will break it. So so just be mindful as you're using one of these. You just really want to ease into it. So give another example of this really quick. You can kind of see. All right, and then just easy, and then it's real simple. But I guess probably ought to ease into that first cut. All right, so the first piece I'm going to build, I'm going to take a a 4-way, and I'm going to put my 4.5 here, then put a 90, and this one is 36 inches. So that's going to be the back part. So I wrote down 34, but I'm going to make it 36 just in case I need to make any adjustments. So that'll be 36, and then I'll figure out this next measurement. So I know I put 28, but I'll put the actuals what I do here on this. So but yep, so I got that piece. So this is the back of the boat, so that'll go on the back of the boat. You got your 4-way, 4.5, and I don't know if I said 90 or 45, but that's actually a 45, so 45 here. So what it'll look like as we go back here, let me see if I can get this kind of propped somehow. Well, it ain't, but it's gonna kind of look like that, coming down. All right, so this will be a better view of it. So that'll be like the back part of it, and I'll come up. So you got your 45, 4.5, and your 4-way, another 4.5, and then a 90, or 45, and then 2 45s here. I don't know why I keep saying freaking 90s, but that'll be how that first part is. So then we're going to take one to drop off here, one to drop off here, and then that'll be your frame, like your ridge pole going all the way across, is going that way. So All right, so I'm going to go ahead and measure those two out. So we're going to grab 32s. So I'll put 32s on the side here. All right, so had to go a little wider than I thought. So these poles are going to be 34 inches. So kind of messed that up a little bit, but made an error in my calculation. So we'll do 34 on those long poles there. All right, so I went ahead and got the next one put on. So did another 4-way, 4.5, 4.5, 90, and then another bracket all the way down. So we're cooking now, so just gonna complete and finish this out. All right, so here's the frame. So I got just this little piece right here that, let me zoom out a little bit. It's just the angle to the front with a 45. Got the T, another two 45s with two 4.5s there. Ran down this ridge to this. So that's basically how it's done. So I used 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 45s. 1, 2, 3, 4 4-ways. I used, these are 34-inch poles. So 34, 34, 34. They're all 34 until you get to this where the front narrows. Those are 30s. And then I don't even know what this one is, but I basically just ran that over the front, which is too tall actually. You can see it's popping out a little bit right there. So I'm gonna have to trim this one up a little bit, probably shorten that one just a hair, just to get it to fully seat. But beyond that, that's how that ridge is gonna look with the poles braced. And then I'll throw that tarp across it and get it all tied down so that it does not hold water anymore and it does not get leaves all over it. So quick, easy little tutorial on how to build the frame. All right, so there's the whole frame. So I got everything written down. So that front beam 27, and then the spans is 17, and then the front legs up there. So these right here, so that one and that one. So right here, 30, 30, then you got 54 inches for this bridge pole. So from that bridge pole to there, it's 54. Come down to 34. So this leg here and that leg there. And then all the other legs are going to be 34. So this leg, that leg, this leg, that leg, and then that leg is 36. All right, so these are your ridge poles. This one here is just the 4.5, and then goes down to a 36. So you have all together, you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You have 10 45s. So 10 45s. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 4-ways. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 4.5s, and that should be it. So that should be your total build. So if you have any questions, let me know, but I promise this will hold up. It's already on my other boat taking a full snow load.